Welcome to Vidiots, home of the Vidiots, featuring your podcast, or also known as CastPod, Vidiots. And now, the weather by Dallas.
Screw you, Northern Utah! I don't care how far inland you are, you're gonna get screwed by Hurricane Rosa! Wait, that was Rosa, right? Yeah, that was Rosa. But yeah, you're gonna get mudslides and crap! Deal with it! And as for Southern Utah, you're all good, it's all sunny.
Heat wave.
And that's the weather for you. Back to you, Tim.
McKay, back to you.
We're all gonna die!
And that was the weather by McKay.
Oh, man.
Call me Code.
Okay, I like that.
Man, first impressions are everything.
Yeah,
Isn't that
sunny
true?
is no joke. Down here, we're not as bad as Arizona, but as you practically die when you step outside in Arizona. But
Oh yeah.
here we do get some fairly bad heat.
Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not the smack dab middle of summer, you know?
True.
Well, when it is, Arizona is absolutely dreadful.
Do you know what, though? I've had times where I considered baking cookies with my last car. I mean, let me break it down for you. It's a black car, leather interior, glass roof.
Yep.
I could probably bake cookies while I'm at work, dude.
You probably could.
Well, you don't need it to be a black car either. Like, it could literally be any color and it would work.
Yeah, but
Probably.
It's freaking Arizona. You could cook eggs on the pavement. The
Okay,
pavement.
this isn't Arizona anymore.
we're talking southern Utah now.
Yeah.
I'm just reminiscing, okay? I used to live there.
Alright guys,
Of course you used to live there.
I forgot to introduce everyone, because we got busy with weather forecasts. So,
Right.
so I will start. I am Tim, also known as Timudis.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Box Lightyear here.
Yeah. Most refer to me as Boxy.
He goes by McKay.
Also that.
And we also have Fox Fiend here, who goes by Fiona.
Yo! Fiona in the house!
Woo! And then we have Dallas, also known as Ruined Grave, also known as I Screwed That Up.
Wait, it's my turn?
AKA the belligerent weatherman.
Also known as Big D. You know
These
why that
nuts!
is. Because Dallas, Texas is called the Big D.
The big D.
Jeez, what were you guys thinking?
Complete silence.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Complete silence.
Dallas, are you sure that's what you want to go by?
Oh, I mean, it's my nickname at work, so.
Big D's nuts.
And it's even funnier because it's a family-friendly environment I work at.
And this is and this is also a family-friendly podcast. Damn it! So stop swearing.
Me? I don't ever fucking swear.
Well, damn!
You're thinking me. I don't swear.
Fiona's a good boy.
Yeah, I think
Very
Fiona's
good boy.
the least likely to swear here. And I'm probably the most vulgar.
Very good boy here. Give me head pats. You know, that's
Well,
not right.
I don't swear as often either, but sometimes I like to for irony's sake.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
a comedic effect or something.
But beyond that, I really don't enjoy it that much.
Understandable.
But once in a while, if I'm like, ugh, whatever, it just happened. But it doesn't matter.
I'll kind of casually say it, but I really don't use the F-bomb much. So that a bit ago is a rarity.
Well, there you go then.
Besides, if you want to
It's gonna be
insult
about 3
someone,
weeks before I say it again.
yeah. Besides, if you want to insult someone, find more creative ways to do it.
What, was your
It's
mom a hamster?
You dying sock bag?
You mean like Hamtaro? Because he's a hamster.
Yeah.
Please tell him I'm not the only one.
No one else here watched it.
Your mom was a hamster and you laughed like a dying goat.
Exactly! That is a good insult!
Well, your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Oh no, I saw this coming.
Way too slow, but yes.
I'm so clever.
Yeah.
I'm
You
so
tell me what the wind speed of a sparrow is? Or what
You mean the average speed velocity of the laden swallow? Yes, but it'll have to
that
depend. Which one would it be, an African or a European swallow?
I don't know. Ah!
My favorite color is red. No, yellow.
I thought it was blue. I mean green!
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
probably it. But
Yeah, I think that was
I just
it.
find it funny that he got the color question wrong. The color
Because he was
question.
just so focused on the guy that came before him.
Yeah.
Who was it that went through? Lancelot?
Lancelot got through. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that he got arrested by the police.
And Galahad got he got tossed, and so did Sir Robin. Sir Robin was like the
Robin.
cowardly one with the
He bravely ran away. No, he wasn't a coward. He bravely ran away.
Oh yeah, that's true. He barely ran away and chickened out. Oh man, I love that movie. But that's not today's topic, though, is it?
No, it is not.
And we got a few topics on hand here.
Oh, we have a whole document with them.
Oh, we
Oh, yeah.
certainly
Anyways.
do. But our topic,
Yeah.
as of now, is current video games that are coming out. Particularly,
baby.
one in
Current video games
particular.
coming out or upcoming video games, because there's a big difference between the two, Tim.
You're right, my mistake. Upcoming video games is what we're talking about. We are particularly hyping for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, heck yeah, who isn't, honestly?
My body is ready.
Guys,
Smash senses are tingling.
how loud am I?
Pretty
You are
loud, I would
perfect
say.
the way you are, Field.
You're
I've adjusted
fine,
you
Field.
on your on Discord, so you're good.
That doesn't make you look fat, okay?
You're beautiful just the way you are. Just don't change a single
I was just
thing.
asking because I've heard myself
Single
echo
thing.
in other people's mics a couple times now.
Yeah, but it's like it's usually a meme where it's like how bad Discord's connection is, because you know how I cut off a lot.
It actually
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
my headphones. I just turned them down.
I mean, this is even the case
Okay.
for Nitro users, so it's not just us.
Anyway, Smash Bros. Ultimate coming out soon,
Yes.
This summer.
When was it? November?
November.
It was
Oh, my
no,
goodness.
no, like the last direct was like August 8th, I think.
Yeah, I'm stoked for it. And I bet there's even more characters they haven't revealed yet that we'll only
Yeah.
find out after the game's actually out.
So,
I'm hoping that's
always
the
have
case.
that.
One question
Yeah.
that's been getting me is like, what other characters would you like to see get revealed?
I'm not gonna be like all the memes and say Waluigi, okay?
Waluigi.
We all know it's not-
Wait, I just said that, didn't I? Dang it!
You
Hey.
did, kind of, yeah. But yeah, no, Waluigi would be good, but that's... Actually, no, I have one person that I really want, but it's already confirmed that she's not going to be because she's in this trophy.
Right.
And that's Crystal from Star Fox.
Oh yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I think would be an interesting,
Every little kid's sexual furry awakening.
Oh no. No.
Hey!
Smash would have a completely different meaning.
No! Man, this topic completely derailed.
And I thought Dallas was a terrible person.
Oh, I know Smash.
Super Smash Furries!
Like, just Isabelle in the trailer going, like,
Oh shoot!
they want me to smash?
Oh shoot!
And then all of a sudden it's a black couch with a white background.
No. No,
Okay,
no.
the fact that you understand that reference makes me
No,
wonder.
I completely understand the reference.
Anyways, but yeah, as I
But no, this has nothing. No, this has nothing to do with me, or what I do in my spare time.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. That's not what I do in my spare time. I guarantee it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but let's get back to being a little more serious about this. How
Yes.
about that?
but yeah,
Why
anyways,
so
as I was
serious?
saying, Crystal,
Yes.
I honestly think she would be an interesting character. She would be unique as a Star Fox character with a completely different moveset because she has that staff that from the game she
Star
Her
Fox
debut.
Adventures.
debuted in, and that could give a completely different playstyle. So we wouldn't have another Fox clone.
Yeah, because we've already got two, and they've just got slight alterations to their moves.
Yeah, slight alterations to their moves and how fast they are, or whatever. And I'm like, we could go with a Star Fox character that would be completely different. But alas, she is an
Assist trophy.
assist trophy.
Yeah. Well, I personally wouldn't mind because characters like Shovel Knight are also like an assist trophy.
Ooh.
But for an indie character though, that's like huge.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is.
That's interesting because it's got. I mean, we've seen them from other games that aren't Nintendo
Yeah.
IPs before, but that is a very
Just the fact
interesting
that
case.
yeah.
Shovel Knight got everywhere quick.
But just the fact that an indie character though like got so
Mhm.
much popularity from Nintendo that they got their own line of amiibos would make it into like Smash Brothers of all things, which is great. And
Yeah.
but here's the thing, like Super Smash Brothers for Wii U or Smash 4 as it's colloquially known.
Or
And-
SM
which would-
or SH.
I mean, that's just what everyone
Anyways,
it's kind of like the Wiimote, like nobody calls it the Wii remote.
Yes.
It's like how nobody
Yeah.
calls it Smash for Wii U. Nobody says that.
yeah, everyone says Smash 4.
Everyone says Smash 4 because it's just easier and it rolls off the tongue better. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not a.
and
it's
we
not,
already
it's-
know it's going to be the.
It's
Wait a
not.
second. No, that's the 5th Smash title.
It's not a good Smash title, Smash 4, but at least it rolls off the tongue.
No, it's the 5th Smash title now, isn't it? Because we have 64. Then
All right. Let's
60
go
no,
through this.
64 was the first one. Then Melee's the second, Brawl's the third, and Wii U and DS is the fourth one. So that's why it's called Smash 4.
Yeah, Wii U and,
Yeah,
and
but-
DS are.
Nintendo Switch is Smash 5.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
everyone's gonna call it Smash Ult. I guarantee it.
Yep.
Or just call it Ultimate.
It's
Like how with Super Smash Bros. Brawl, everybody just called it Brawl.
That's-
Like, you
And
wanna-
Melee's called Melee.
That's true, because
Yeah.
Ultimate's just a better title.
I think
yeah.
we'll just call it Smash at this point.
Right.
Anyways, back
Yeah,
to like
pretty much.
characters though and assist trophies. I'm the biggest Waluigi fan next to the
Internet?
next to the next person, you know, like or however you say that. I mean, what I meant to say is I'm as big as a Waluigi fan as the next person. However, like there's no way he's going to be a character or being revealed as a character because
Mhm.
we already got the clue that he's going to be an assist trophy.
Mhm.
It's not
And
like
yet.
it's not like that Sakurai's going to announce here's the assist trophy. Just kidding, lol, he's going to be a playable character. Or something like that. He's not
And
he's
yet,
he's just not going to do that.
we
Oh, yeah.
haven't actually seen him appear as an assist trophy, have we? Not in any games.
Yeah, we have.
We have?
Yeah, in the
Alright.
very first Smash Direct, it showed him.
Yeah,
But-
it's been showing him in the previews for the new Smash game.
And he's been assist trophy since Brawl.
Fiona, were you referring to the previous games?
No, I just don't remember actually any time that actual gameplay, people playing gameplay. I don't recall Waluigi ever actually showing up. Someone summoning Waluigi with a Smash trophy, and you would think that if Waluigi is a Smash trophy, it would have appeared one of those times.
Well, he did appear. That's the thing. During the trailers, they were showing all these Echo Fighters, and like 15 seconds after they revealed Daisy, it showed Waluigi as an assist trophy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mm.
Yeah, it was when they were introducing the concept of Echo Fighters.
Right. My bad. Sorry. Anyways.
But yeah, there's no way Waluigi is going to be a playable character, sadly. But in all honesty, though, I could still live with that because we still have Wario, and he's a great character. I just like Wario in general. And I'm a huge fan of the WarioWare titles. Those are really great.
I never was good at Wario.
Wario's always been a bit of a goofy character compared to
Oh,
Mario
yeah.
and Luigi, too.
Yeah, he's like the anti-Mario. That was like the idea behind it.
Yeah, he's like goofy, raunchy fun, you know?
Yeah, he's kind of like who would I compare this to? You know
He's
how
kind
like
of the pirate of the Mario verse.
the
Because he's so into loot and plundering.
why doesn't he have a pirate skin?
Wow, that's a good question. Why doesn't he?
That'd be so fitting for him.
I mean, he practically is a pirate character.
Yeah, he has the pirate captain like archetypal like body type or whatever, including the mannerism. I know you could totally pull off the whole
Plenty
pirate.
of greed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, plenty of greed. The only time I ever see him as a pirate was that time I played Mario Party 2 for the N64, and it's where everyone dresses up in different scenarios depending on what stage you choose.
Yeah, but that's just every character anyways.
I know, that's my point though. But my point is that that's the only time I ever saw him as a pirate, you know?
Yeah.
And you're saying he would make a really good pirate. Or
Yeah.
A pirate skin
for
would be really good for him.
At least for Smash, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Anyways, a character that I was hoping for, well, Crystal is a good suggestion, though. I could totally see her as a playable character. I mean, it would be plausible. Nobody votes for Slippy, though, but it's probably obvious why.
We know why. Because he's an annoying piece of...
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, I liked him, though. And that's because he was an amphibian, though. I looked beyond the whole annoying part, though.
Oh. You wouldn't get
So you're
into
into
management, would you?
amphibians.
I'm a frog boy. I love frogs. Fight me.
You know what, though? You know who I think would probably be an interesting character for them to add is, I haven't played this game, but ARMS for Nintendo Switch. Because it's a recent IP, it's a Nintendo IP, and it would bring like a boxing character with a bit of a farther reach than what you see a normal hand-to-hand combat character have.
Kind of like Simon Belmont.
Yeah, kind of.
Man, I was stoked
Hyped?
when. Well, I was super hyped up when I like saw the second direct or whatever, and it was all gothic architecture, and I'm like, wait, where are they going with this?
When
And then when I
saw
saw-
that, I'm
no,
sitting
no,
there like,
then-
is this Castlevania?
No, like yeah,
Is
that was the
this
first thing-
Castlevania?
Wait
That
a
was the
minute.
first thing that came to my mind because I saw Luigi exploring. There was candelabras everywhere. A cloaked figure comes up, and I'm like, "This is Castlevania, isn't it?" Because I'm familiar with those games. Like, and it would be fitting because they were originally Nintendo titles.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't see why not. And it was just too fitting because of the world that they're in and all that stuff. And there were familiar enemies in there, like the Medusa head that was like cracking from the bust and all that stuff, because that's an actual boss you fight. And I was like, this is totally Castlevania. Like the bringing up Simon Belmont, and then since I was like a huge fan of the first and the third one, I was like, oh, please tell me I could play as Alucard, because he's like Dracula's son, and he's like a character you can play as. Please tell me you can play as Alucard. But no, it turned out he was an assist trophy, and I was mad. So I kind of felt, I kind of know how you feel, Theo, and like where there's a character you're hoping to play as, but it's like, nope.
No.
So I could not play as Alucard, and I'm mad.
They have been relegated as assist trophies.
But at least you have Simon Belmont, and he's pretty iconic for his own right. So I'm very excited to play as him.
Yeah, there was Simon, and then there was who was that other person?
His name's Richter.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's from a Castlevania game called Symphony of the Night, which was for the for the PlayStation.
Yeah, I actually have an uncle who talks about Symphony of the Night. Actually,
that looks like a good
really
one, but I never actually played it. And in that one, you could also play as Alucard, which is awesome.
Is that a chip bag?
No,
Okay.
that was a water. That was me.
Not a good bag.
I
Share.
was cocking my pistol, actually.
Share
So
with
he
the
doesn't
class.
Go to the bathroom while we're on here.
I need to shoot some Mexicans down the street. Please censor that out.
Got it.
Don't want this video to get demonetized.
Too
While
late.
we're at that, probably better drop my F-bomb out, too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, it's too late. Too late.
The damage is done, isn't it?
Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is gonna see it and go demonetize.
So it's cool that
Beep, 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 beep.
so what's cool is that they made Richter a Echo Fighter.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that a lot of his moves are more related to stuff that he actually does in Symphony of the Night, and it's cool because like Simon Belmont has those moves too, so you can't really tell which one's echoing who. And that opens so many doors for other Smash Brothers characters. Like I can't wait to see what they do next. Like,
Well, there's also
Alright.
some differences between Echo Fighters. So, like, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly, Lucina's an Echo Fighter of Marth, but Marth, most of his damage will be dealt if you hit them with the tip of the sword. Lucina, on the other hand, doesn't matter which part of the sword you hit him with.
That sounds just going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, I just love the direction they're going for, like in the game in general. Like it's fresh. It brings back like a few things I loved about Melee, like a few things, not the entirety of it, but it's welcoming though because it makes it more of a. I have a feeling they're trying to push it towards more competition and make it more competitive.
Let's see, what was the character that was wanted again? Or did he not say
Not
it?
necessarily wanted, but it was an interesting idea. One of the characters from ARMS.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, it makes too much sense to put a character from ARMS in the game because it's a Nintendo IP, and they did the same with the Inklings from Splatoon. So I don't see
Not
why.
only that, I mean, it's a combat-based game, anyways. If they can bring a character from something non-combat based, like with, I mean,
Animal
obviously,
Crossing.
Animal Crossing is not combat-based.
Animal Crossing. It's like it deviates so far from the combat-based title.
I mean, it
Yeah.
just
And
makes
yet-
too much sense for them to.
The Animal
have
Crossing
arms.
characters are probably
And
the
yet,
hugest
I don't
outliers.
think we'll actually get an ARMS character.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
it
not
was funny
sure.
because in Brawl, like Smashville was a thing, like Smashville, and I'm like, then how come we don't have any Animal Crossing characters? And I'm like, none of them can
Yeah.
fight. But then they made them fighters since Smash 4, and I was like, what have we done?
But
But that was the last thing you said.
Yeah,
That
I was
doesn't
thinking of
help,
something
does
before
it?
that.
Doing
Yeah.
something about arms.
I like arms.
An
Yeah.
evolved form of.
Well, crap. Looks like Discord just crashed. Leroy Jenkins.
We don't
Imagine
have the
going down the
space.
menu, trying to pick whichever you
Alright,
is your
guys.
favorite.
My Discord
You
just
accidentally
Magic
crashed.
Cards.
select Dunsparce instead of Shuckle.
I pick Lugia. I fill up the entire stage, and I shoot Aeroblast at everybody.
I pick Magikarp. I struggle the entire time.
Needs more love.
Yeah, so I can agree with that. Shuckle is underrated.
Shuckle's one of those
Yeah.
Pokemon that needs more love, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Shuckle's actually fairly good and competitive, but it's very underrated.
Well, he is a rock type.
Yeah, not a good
That-
defensive type.
That makes sense
Shedinja.
because he's a turtle. So anyway, back to Smash.
Yeah.
Shedinja would also be
Do
fun.
we have anything
One hit,
else
you
about
die.
Smash?
Yeah. How did y'all react when
Wait,
Isabel?
wait. Tim hasn't said a character he wants in
Oh, good
Smash
point.
World.
I actually have an idea. I think it would be fun to play as Dixie Kong from Donkey Kong Country.
Dixie.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's an interesting pick.
I'm with Tim on this one. We already got K. Rool, so bring on more
While we're at it,
King
why
Pink
not have
Galleon
Daisy as
intensifies.
a Echo Fighter?
Gameplay Galleon intensive.
Wait, what is an Echo Fighter?
Daisy.
Daisy?
Hi, I'm
Yeah,
Daisy.
she's
No,
already-
wrong
she's
Daisy.
revealed as she is revealed as an Echo Fighter.
Wrong Daisy.
I liked her design more than Peach, honestly, because she kind of has like a spunky attitude.
Hey, you know who we need as an Echo Fighter for Peach? Bowsette.
First of all, we already have an Echo Fighter for Peach, and there's no way Sakurai would put that on.
But you know what, though? This character has been so popular. I mean, freaking
Oh
look at
my
our avatars on
goodness.
Discord.
Do you remember,
Don't-
you know that one
All
Don't
four of us have
even-
some variant.
No, remember that one meme you posted on Discord where it's just like Sakurai?
Yeah, the one where it's like, due to the popularity of Bowsette, I am canceling Smash Ultimate. It's all your fault, or something like that.
It was like, you all make me sick, is what he said.
Yes, you all make me sick.
Yeah, it was all make me sick. That made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
I just imagine Sakurai straight out like bad mouthing his fans.
It's like, you guys are idiots, basically.
If he doesn't think that already,
Oh my gosh, I know, right?
imagine looking at the imagine
that's-
looking
Poor
no,
guy
imagine
has.
looking no imagine looking at the ballot for like last year or whatever when when Smash 4 was still a thing. Like, imagine the ballot saying like the majority of it they want John Cena and Shrek and other characters like that in the game.
It's all over now.
There are certain ones
Everyone's
I'm
here.
fairly sure they filtered out.
Just imagine Shrek just hello there. It's like it's all over now.
Shrek actually was in a fighting game, though.
Oh
I
no.
know.
It was a terrible fighting game. It was for the
I've
Game
never
Boy
heard of this.
Advance.
What?
Yeah,
It
people.
was for the Nintendo DS. I got it for free with
What?
the...
Um,
People made
Might have been DS.
people made a Shrek fighting game for the GameCube as well,
Oh my
and
goodness, I've never
that
even heard
one-
of this.
that one
Yeah,
it was like
it's a real thing.
it was like Super Slam or something. I forget the title, but
Yeah, I think it was Shrek Super Slam. It was trash.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
but as a
played
joke, people actually made a competitive scene out of it. They made a, and they made a tier list and everything. Like,
Oh
it's
my
like-
goodness.
There's a
Sounds
tier-
like something else we're familiar with, like Smogon.
What?
Not joking.
Yeah.
Competitive
But that's like
Pokemon is what that-
Pokemon, and that's kind of different. Not like the
Yeah.
competitive scene. The competitive scene of Pokemon's way different than that of Smash and like Shrek Super Slam.
Yeah, though I do think Smogon's trash. But that's
Was that
my-
fireworks I just heard?
No, there's a hate our neighbor.
Congratulations, you cut out for the most crucial part of that sentence.
Oh,
It sounded like you said hater neighbor.
what I said is that there's a war outside.
Well, that's kind of
It's a civil war.
the fooey.
A civil war between the right side of the house and left side of the house?
No, like Antifa's really coming at it with the smoke bombs and the violence and all that stuff. They have to be suppressed.
But we gotta build a wall.
We have to build it quickly.
Wow.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
That wall.
And make the other side pay for it.
No, man. There's no way I'm paying for that wall, meester.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build that wall, and when we finish that wall, we're gonna make sure Fion's on the other side of that wall, so Fion alone has to pay for it.
Hey, ow.
No, and Masahiro
Way to throw me
Sakurai.
under the bus.
Masahiro Sakurai has to pay for it.
Oh no, we don't get Smash Ultimate now.
Does this mean it's too early to make Trump a playable character?
Well, I mean, they've already got the Mii Fighter.
I just thought that since
Oh.
Brawl, when Solid Snake and Sonic were announced, I was like, I guess they're letting in just about anybody, aren't they?
Yep.
Kinda.
I mean, I kind of thought that with other characters like Ryu and
Yeah.
And Pac-Man.
It really
Yeah,
was a surprise,
Pac-Man.
but it was a pleasant surprise.
I was
Don't
actually
forget Cloud,
surprised.
too.
I was actually
Cloud.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Cloud wasn't even in a game that was on the Nintendo systems.
yeah,
Nice.
no,
PlayStation at the time.
You'd think
I-
they'd put up. You'd think they would put up Black Mage or something like something more iconic.
no, Cloud.
Cloud's
As a
probably the most
concept.
iconic thing aside from Black Mage.
That's true. I meant
And
Black. I meant iconic in the sense that not that everyone's like familiar with it, but it's like his design in general. It's like so simplistic that it could be easy for him to be translated as a Smash Bros. Character. Just how simplistic his design is.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just too easy for Black Mage to be a playable character. But I digress. I could care less if he's actually a playable character or not, honestly, because I don't really care that much about Final Fantasy.
Or do
Yeah.
you? Because you seem to be getting a little,
Well, I was a huge fan of Tactics for the GBA, but beyond that, I didn't really care much for the franchise itself.
what the heck?
I like the jingle though.
So, we got any more to discuss on Smash, or...
Oh yeah, a lot of people have been talking about Banjo-Kazooie being a possibility.
Ooh, that'd be an interesting one.
That would
Yeah,
be.
what?
I'm not sure about how easy it'd be for them to get the rights, though, because Banjo-Kazooie is now a Microsoft IP.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, but it's been leaked that there's going to be related stuff in Smash Brothers, and there was once a tweet where one of the Microsoft heads said that they'd be cool if Banjo made it on the game.
Really?
It's not a confirmed thing. They just said, yeah, we'd be cool with it. is basically what they said.
Huh.
Hmm.
And there was also leaked pictures because it showed Sakurai, and people are looking way too much into the details of the background as like
my
little
gosh.
clues. Like there was a yellow and a purple chair, and they thought just because of those indicators, it is a confirmation that Skull Kid is going to be a character because those are the colors of his fairies in the game.
Yeah.
Now,
Gosh.
So it makes too much
it
sense,
can be
right?
Subtle, but that would be too subtle.
Right, that's true. But there was also a blurred image behind there, and this is actually more credible. This is a more credible proof. Like, it's a manual in the background on a bookshelf, correct? But blurred out, you can see it's kind of like a tan silhouette with a red silhouette on top of its back. And it looked exactly like Banjo-Kazooie, I kid you not.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
I was convinced.
hey, we might see him.
If they do become characters, I would probably main them, I kid you not.
Oh yeah.
Because Banjo-Kazooie is so near and dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm.
As much as the next person, it's not even funny how much of a Banjo-Kazooie fan I am.
As much as you keep using that, do you know what it means? I'm not sure it means what you think it means.
You know what, though, Fionn? We've all got our phrases we use a lot.
Yeah, true.
Inconceivable.
I tend to say you know.
At least I don't think I've used that a ton.
You've used it at least a couple times in the last
Like
30
what?
minutes.
This is the second time you've used it, okay.
Okay.
Like when was the first time I used it?
It was,
Talking about Waluigi.
yeah.
Yes.
No,
You
well,
said,
my
I like
point is,
Waluigi as much as the next person.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, my point is
But I
that
think it'd be more accurate to say you like Waluigi as much as the internet, but
I mean I
He
like
said the point.
Waluigi as the next person, but
I
here's
think
the
he
thing.
likes it
I
slightly
could-
less
no,
than
look,
the internet.
That's exactly what
listen,
I'm saying. You said that.
No, my point. Look, listen for a second. Let me finish. Like
Listening.
my point is like I like the character. I like the character. It's not like I share like a nostalgic bond with like I don't share a nostalgic bond with the character or anything like that.
sorry.
It's no.
Sorry.
Nothing
Yes.
like that.
I tried to imagine
like
something
I
I
like the
shouldn't have.
character, and I
I-
was hoping you'd be a playable character.
Yo, stop.
Unlike everyone else, I can actually live with him not being a playable character. That was my point.
I think part of it is just people are just making it into a meme, dude.
Yeah, it's a meme.
Anyways.
I don't think
But
everybody's
you'd be-
actually
you'd
serious.
be. Well, I don't know if you've seen the videos that I've seen, but a lot of people were pretty disappointed.
Anyways, up next. Hype for returning characters.
I'm
There
actually
have been
kind of
people
excited for.
There have been people that were trying to bully the staff because he wasn't included. But that's another story, and it didn't last very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, returning characters.
But-
Are there any returning characters that you guys are particularly hyped for?
Sort of. I'm excited for Kid Link and Young Link. Or Kid Link and Toon Link both being characters as well, instead of just Toon Link or just Get Tongue.
Well, we're gonna have what, 4 links?
This is
Link now?
That's
think
like the most
3,
links we ever had
right?
in a Smash game.
Or is it 3 or 4? Because we have the main. We have the main
Let's
link.
see. It was Toon Link, Kid Link, regular Link.
Who's like the Breath of the Wild one now?
I think that's it. So I think it's just
I
3.
think you're right. Let me.
We should have Shadow Link.
He's
That's
probably
probably
a
going to
skin.
be a
That's a
color
skin.
of one of the
Probably.
links.
I'm sure that's a skin.
Yeah, that's how they've done it in the past.
Oh yeah.
They definitely done it in Smash 4, I think.
Let's see. I'm hyped for Mario, Luigi, Link, Bowser, Donkey Kong. Okay, let's be
Bowsers!
honest, pretty much everyone. I'm just glad they've got
Yeah, just
everyone
list off the
again.
original roster.
No,
when they showed Snake, I'm like, are they gonna include everybody? This must mean ice climbers.
Oh yeah, I'm just glad
Oh,
they've got
yes.
everyone because there's some characters that I'm looking back at after playing the next game. I'm like, man, I really wish such and such character was here. Like playing Smash for Wii U, I was like, I really wish I could play Ice Climbers, but not here.
But yeah,
Okay. I just looked at. Yeah, it is 3 links that are going to be in Smash now. 3 different links.
and pretty much all the Fire Emblem characters because they included Chrom.
There's a lot of Fire Emblem characters, honestly.
Yeah, I
Too
mean
many characters that look super anime, if you ask me.
that was the whole meme.
All
It's
of the
like,
sword
they're more
characters,
obsessed-
like,
they're
come
more
on,
obsessed
guys.
Ice Climbers is coming back.
Sword fighters. That includes.
That's what I was mentioning. There's Ice Climbers is one of them coming back.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love ice climbers.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
The original
Well-
game was terrible, but I liked the characters.
now,
It's just an interesting dynamic with the characters, honestly.
Yeah.
now
wonder
one of the characters I really hope they rework is
Pac-Man.
well, sure, yes, but no, I'm thinking.
Fire
Gosh
hydrant!
darn it!
No!
His name.
Delete
we
it!
Said it! We said it earlier. A Final Fantasy character, Cloud.
Cloud? Oh
I
my
really
gosh.
hope they rework
Take out his
Cloud.
stupid final charge move.
I
Final
despise
Smash?
Cloud.
In Smash 4, Cloud he took little effort to play.
So much little
Effectively.
effort.
His hitboxes were like half the screen.
And he had the range of like 2 characters.
Yes.
OP as frick.
Yeah.
No,
Now-
you haven't fought against Bayonetta.
The Bayonetta was cool.
Bayonetta is
No.
pretty annoying to verse, though, I will
cool,
So
admit.
she can be.
Not this again.
Yeah, something like that.
I'd say she's arguably worse than Cloud.
Now, a character that everyone hated was Rosaluma.
Rosalina.
Rosalina and Luma, or Rosaluma, as it's said in my house.
Why is that? I mean, I haven't played Wii U a whole lot because I don't have a Wii U, but
She
There's no
is
point.
annoying to fight.
Yeah.
Very.
I wouldn't say as annoying as Cloud or Bayonetta, but like slightly annoying.
Anywhere on the field, practically, if the person playing her does it right. Yeah. Oh, my siblings hated when I picked Rosaluma
Yeah.
Mhm.
more than they hated me playing Duck Hunt, and they hated me
I
playing
like
Duck
that.
Hunt.
I liked that edition, Duck Hunt, because I always the dog was annoying, but like in the actual game, but it was cool to see those characters in a game like that.
Mhm.
Duck Hunt was my favorite character in Smash 4.
Yeah, I like the dog.
you know what I found interesting is the Wii Fit Trainer.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
that
that was
was
the
interesting.
craziest design.
It was interesting, but it was
especially
kind of an
since she
odd
could heal
choice at
herself,
the same
too.
time. It's kind of an odd choice too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
though it is a Nintendo IP character as
And-
well.
and- yeah, at
Yep.
least they made her like, they made her or him like a lot more appealing graphics wise for Ultimate.
Yeah, but yeah, one thing I found that maybe they shouldn't do with that is that she's able to heal herself.
Yeah,
Except
Which is
that's
kind
very limited.
I mean, it is limited, but no other characters really got that ability.
Mm.
No, I think there was. I can't remember who.
You're lying, McKay.
No, I
No,
think you're.
I-
I think you're right in that she's the only one who had the ability to heal us. To heal herself.
Okay, it was her. Never mind.
But even so, that was only effective like 1 or 2 times before
No.
you just couldn't use it anymore.
Ness could heal himself, and so could Lucas.
Oh, that's
True.
right.
Oh yes, but that required eating other people's energy projectiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was very limited.
It
As
was
for
very
Wii
good.
Fit Trainer, though, it just requires being able to do it in your own timing.
Yeah.
That's it.
The few characters I'm actually hyped for though, like, are Ridley. I want to try out Ridley because he looks like a fun character to
Oh
play.
yeah,
Fun.
yeah, definitely.
And I also want to try out K. Rool. As
Funny
far as
enough,
as
I'm
far
not
as
sure
the
about
reveals
K-Rool.
go, mainly because
Looks
I
like he's going
want
to be an oddball.
Oh yeah, definitely odd.
totally, but well, what do you
Should be
mean?
interesting.
Oddball. What do you mean?
Just like, I don't know, just looking at his previews, it just seemed like his playstyle is going to be a little, how should I say, maybe clunky, in my opinion.
I guess it would be very tough to get used to at the first time.
Yeah, like it's probably going to have a sharp learning curve.
I myself like to play what I call troll characters. They're not my mains. They're not my mains, but they're my trolls.
King Derpty Derp.
Yes, I play a lot of King DDD whenever I feel like I want to mess with someone.
Hey kids,
Oh,
wanna eat some hammer?
And
Did you know?
And I know his moveset
Guys.
well enough to like mess with people.
Guys, did you know? You know King Dedede, his normal jab combo. How there's like 3 different hits to it. But did
Yeah.
you know that if you do the first 2, then wait just long enough that it doesn't do the third, and instead we'll go back to doing the first. So it's 1 2 1 2 1 2 instead of 1 2 3.
Interesting.
It can. There's a lot of characters that it can hold, pretty much.
Stun lock, basically.
Yeah, stun
Huh.
lock. At least for a certain percentage range. And there are some characters that can DI out of it, but there are a lot of characters that it will actually stun lock.
What title was this in Brawl?
Smash
or
4.
Smash 4?
Smash 4.
Man, but with DDD, they're giving him changes too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be removed in Ultimate. You're
Just like
probably
wave
not-
dashing.
Yeah, but I'm gonna wait dash with them a lot. That's for sure. But like, no, I think the changes they're gonna give him will probably make him more OP. To be honest, because like he can actually shoot. Completely forgot. It
No,
had
he
something.
can't shoot. He doesn't have a gun of any sort.
No, it had something to do with like Gordo. You can do different stuff with him. Like you can actually suck him up and spit him out.
That'll be interesting.
That's something you never did before, I don't think.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah, so
Huh.
now that he's able to throw him, suck him in, and spit him out, like, that totally changes the kind of combos that you could possibly do with DDD.
So we're gonna end up seeing something kind of like Donkey Kong completely beating the crap out of an NPC on that Star Fox map. Gosh, even looking back to that GIF, I'm like, I don't care if that's an NPC. That's just savage. That's just straight up savage right there with no chill.
Man, like, Donkey Kong looks very promising as well. So does everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody in their own way has, like, something promising about them. Makes me want to try them all.
Gotta
Let's
catch
give
them
me one I
all.
like.
The Pokemon Trainer trio is coming back.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
totally
that's
approved
nice.
that.
I was a little bummed when they got rid of Pokemon Trainer for just, what was it, just Charizard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just Charizard.
Yeah, it was just
Charizard
Charizard.
was enjoyable to play as.
I like using Squirtle with Pokemon Trainer as well as
Squirtle,
Ivysaur,
Squirtle.
but Charizard I just didn't really like with that combo, you know?
Squirtle!
What's cool about Pokemon Trainer is that there's no punishment for using them too long anymore.
Yeah. So if you want to stay one particular Pokemon of the three, you can, and not.
Wait, there was a punishment for using the same
Oh
one?
yeah.
Oh yeah, in
Yeah.
Brawl, if you're a Pokemon long enough, it would like wear out and you would not. They would be literally unusable.
Oh,
You
like
would-
their attacks would go slower or something then?
You would stop being as effective.
Pikachu, return!
Yeah.
Metapod, I
think-
choose you! Metapod, use Harden! Metapod, use Harden!
Oh yeah,
Oh no! Oh no!
Metapod. Metapod use
Charm,
Harden.
sleep
If-
powder, hardened pound.
Metapod use Harden. It's super effective.
Oh, yeah.
That is horrible.
Metapod use Viagra.
You could
What
No,
is life?
it'd be more like Red used Viagra on his Metapod.
Oh my
Metapod
god.
used
It's time to
While we're
stop.
on the subject.
It's time
It's
to
time
stop.
to stop.
We need a Pokemon that can use all 4 of those moves for literally Smash. Sakurai, please do it.
No, no, no.
So,
Forgive.
here's a subject we could take to. Let's talk about our main.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Who wants to start?
I'll start so I can get it over with before it gets too long. So, like, I mostly play as Yoshi, but there are times where I'd like to play as, like, Ness and Pikachu, because Pikachu was my first main ever since the N64 titles, and I used to be really good with him. And I'm still very familiar with his moveset more than anything. And I've learned an effective way to use the quick attack as of recently. But for the most part, I do play as Yoshi. But as for people where I like to mess with, I like to play as King Dedede.
Yes, that's fun.
I like to play as Donkey Kong too. Like, he's really fun. But he
DK.
could be a fun
Donkey
troll character
Kong.
too, because of the stuff that he can do.
Mm.
But if Smash comes and if by chance like Banjo-Kazooie become revealed as a playable character, they're probably going to be my main. And thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
So you said Yoshi was your main one,
Yes.
or
Yoshi
Yes,
and
it's
Ness.
Yoshi and Ness for the most part.
okay? What sort of playstyle did you have?
Good question. I don't really know how to like explain that very well.
All right, let me talk
I'd
for
like
a
to
moment
think-
then.
I'd like to. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Mentioning playstyle, as there's something that I've come to realize about how I play as I've played against my brother who has a completely different playstyle.
Gosh dang it.
My projectiles, my melee, my everything to control the space on the stage, and I personally try to not go out over the edge much. My brother, on the other hand, he tries to control people, and he will play out over the edge and try to prevent people, either physically prevent people from coming back or psych people out into being their own demise as they're trying to recover.
Okay. Okay.
So that's just an example of a couple different play styles.
Okay.
I control the field. My brother controls people.
Okay, in my case, then, what I tend to do is I like to bait people. And with Yoshi in particular, if I were to play Melee and all this stuff, I'm starting to wave dance a lot better. And Yoshi has like a decent one, but Ness's tends to be better. However, like I do like to bait people with Yoshi, in sense like I would like throw eggs at first. Sometimes I like to keep my enemy at bay every now and then, just by like throwing eggs. So it makes it like the possibility that they might run into them and whatnot.
You like trying to keep your space.
Yes, keeping my space. That's very important to me.
Keep other people out of your space.
Yeah. The way I
Okay.
bait people is like I run back and forth a lot. It kind of it works to my advantage for sure. And then that gives me opportunity to like press B, and people love it when I press B. Especially as Yoshi. I don't use the right B move that often because it's not very good.
What, you don't like spinning with eggs?
Well, I meant up B, yes. there might be times I might spam with that, but I think my playstyle is more familiar with like baiting people for the most part, and I just like to conserve space too. And then I look for opportunities to meteor smash. That's also an important thing to do. It's very satisfying for you to meteor smash someone outside of the stage, especially when you're Yoshi.
Oh yeah.
Using the forward B. It is so satisfying. You don't even know. You probably do, but
Yes. Oh, I could tell you about times that I've had satisfying smashes or meteors.
that's what he said. Yuck, yuck.
One time, me and my brother were both playing Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
And you know how his down air, he kicks down, and it's a meteor. There was one time, my brother, he was latched onto an edge. We were both on our last life, and I jumped up. I down aired right as he was coming up from the ledge, and I must have hit just the right point where his invulnerability frames ended, as he went flying down, and I ended up fast falling as well on accident.
Yes.
But he fell down. He fell faster than me. And we were both on our last life, so he hit the kill box first, and I won. And I was surprised I pulled it off. We both yelled after that. I was like, "Ooh!" and high-fived, and it was awesome.
There will be times when I play as Lucas that I just repeatedly go up in the air, press the grab button. You know how he has a tether snake for his like grab move? I use that, and I like whacking people with it because it's so effective. And I am so stoked to play as Lucas in Ultimate, that's for sure. And that's definitely a character I want to improve, is Lucas.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, let's hear what Dallas. Let's see who wants to go. Either Tim or Dallas. They could share their mains.
About at the same time.
Oh, that could get
everyone.
That would be chaotic, though.
Yeah, my
Dallas
two main. Actually, more like three mains. I kind of go back and forth between Meta Knight, Greninja, and Diddy Kong when it comes to.
Of course, you play the most annoying characters.
Hey,
True though,
hey.
Meta Knight was actually banned from tournaments.
What is?
Meta Knight.
Oh, that was for Brawl.
That was for Brawl.
I also mained Meta Knight and Diddy Kong and Brawl.
Because Meta Knight is broken in Brawl.
Yeah. Which is
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
funny
like-
because
that's why
I
he
used
was
to
like-
main Meta Knight a long time ago in Brawl.
But Meta Knight was top tier character in Brawl, so he was completely broken.
Mhm.
But yeah, with those characters, like, I don't know, I just don't like having to wait for something to end before I can do something else. So I just like having something that I can keep up with my actions and my timing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay,
So-
you really hate end lag then.
If it wasn't for the fact that heavy characters tend to have a bit of lag between and after their attacks,
Yeah.
then I'd probably be using them a lot more because I generally like heavy stuff in video games. But
But because of the end lag in a lot of the heavy characters' attacks, it makes it more difficult
Yeah.
to.
it's
Yeah, no, I
difficult
get
for
what
me
you're
to chain
saying.
my actions together. So I like some of the lighter characters when it comes to Super Smash Bros., which is the opposite of any of my gameplay styles in any other game.
Yeah, their light characters are fun to play with. Like, especially Pikachu, he's like the best example.
But yeah, I also tend to really just. I can't do well when it comes to multiple people playing. I just tend to get a bit of tunnel vision focusing on one person,
Mhm.
Ah,
and I lose sight of that person that's gonna come and hit me in the back.
It's very
So-
possible that happens to me because I'm so used to playing against one player when I
Mhm.
practice. Because like I play a lot with my younger brother when we did, and I'm so used to doing one-on-one personal matches with him.
right.
Yeah, that's something I never really got to do since I'm an only child.
Right.
And
But,
yeah, definitely 1v1 as opposed to like a 4-player match is you play differently.
Yeah, that's definitely my strong suit there. And yeah, like if I'm able to single somebody out without anybody really interrupting, I can cause some serious problems for that person. But if I'm dealing with two people at once, I'm going to try and get my distance so that I can deal with one person at a time instead. Because that's just where I'm most comfortable and strongest.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, one of the things that people in general actually prefer is matches with even numbers of characters because
Mm.
that way people
I
can
agree.
pair off. And with an
Yes.
odd number of characters, a pair try to pair off, and the third person is either standing aside with nothing to do, or they interrupt the two that are fighting each other.
By pair off,
And-
you mean ship? I ship them all.
No, Tim.
but sure.
We're not opening that can of worms. Oh, can of
Yeah,
worms.
let's start
This,
shipping.
this gives me an idea for Smash Brothers character.
Shipping
How
like
about-
Peach and
How
Bowser.
about, no, how about Earthworm Jim?
Oh, frick!
Earthworm Jim, that's the name.
I would freaking love that.
Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That would be amazing.
I would love for him to, because he was on
Tender.
he was on some Nintendo consoles for a while.
Yeah.
More like
But he wasn't-
Nintendo.
He
Well, I
wasn't
think he
exclusively on the Nintendo consoles for sure. He was most famous on the Sega Genesis, of course. But ever since
Same
we
thing
were
as Sonic,
able,
honestly.
I was just gonna get to that actually, because since they add Sonic, like I don't see
Sonic?
why not represent Sega better by adding Earthworm Jim to the fray?
Everyone pretty much forgotten about Earthworm Jim?
Yeah,
This is why we need to bring
Not
him
really.
back.
Sonic too.
Not really. Not everyone forgot about Earthworm Jim. It still
We
has
remembered.
It still has its cult following.
Yep.
It was available for the virtual console for a while, so there's still people who love Earthworm Jim. I mean,
Okay.
he's not the talk of the town like other titles for sure, but he still has his fans, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, the creator of Earthworm Jim, Doug TenNapel, is doing like a Indiegogo campaign where basically he's making the same character except he's rebranding him as Bigfoot Bill, and it's going to be a graphic novel series. It looks very promising, actually, but he's even aware that it has similarities to Earthworm Jim, and he came out and said, I basically took his soul and basically putting a new face on it.
That's creepy. Just like Dwight and the Dummy in The Office.
Hey, at least Luigi gets his soul back, right?
What was that?
At least Luigi gets his soul back, right?
No.
Oh, brother.
Anyways,
Yeah, never mind. I was about to... Not important. It's gonna be dumb.
Tim, what were some of your mains?
So I main two mainly. One is my more spammy character, and the other character is the one I actually play to get better at the game. And I kind of tend to play. So my spam character is Toon Link. That's
I
like
can see how he could be spammy.
Yeah, that's just kind of it's the play style I play with him that makes it spammy. And he's just kind of my fallback when I'm just like, you know what, screw it, I'm going back to Toon Link. You know, that's kind of my default. Like, okay, this is my comfort zone.
Well, at least I know how it's gonna go down once the game comes out.
And my second character is Zero Suit Samus, actually, and she's like, I kind of consider her my main nowadays because that's what I've played mostly. But I kind of like her style. She's very mobile.
Yeah,
and she can,
I like her playstyle.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Plus, she starts out with a bunch of items to throw at everyone, too.
Yeah, I like her stun. Very stunning.
Stunning.
Very stunning, yes.
Yeah.
But if I were to describe my style, my Smash Bros. Style in one phrase, it would be Leroy Jenkins.
So
Comes
kinda
up,
like mine.
Leroy Jenkins!
Yeah, I mean you've all played with me in Smash. That's how I play any video game, really.
I have not
At least I have
played you
chicken.
in a while, Tim. It has been too long since we've played together.
I know, we need to change this.
You need to come down here and play with us.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're the only one that has to
Fionn
travel
has...
in that case.
I think Fionn has Smash 4, which
Yes, I do.
should satisfy the itch for a while.
With friends. And we could smash Jim's car.
We can smash his car, yes.
So for anyone that does not understand that, smashing Jim's car means we're hanging out at my house. Jim's car, my house.
Oh my
Jim, my
Shut up
parents.
the visuals, Jim. His house, Jim's car. Did we get the picture? Good.
Yep.
Now let's move on.
And smashing Jim's car is hanging out at my house.
I just thought
Okay.
you really like
Anyways. Anyways, where were we?
I think that pretty much covers the Super Smash Bros. Though.
Yeah.
No,
So-
I
I had
see.
at least one thing to add. Like, how did y'all react when you first heard that Isabelle was gonna be a character?
I'm sitting there like, what?
I think it's cool.
I was
And
overjoyed.
And I didn't get to talk about my mains.
Feud.
Oh, we
Because-
haven't.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I lightly mentioned some of my mains, but I didn't actually get to speak specifically about my mains.
Now,
But,
Fiona, just letting you know, the whole entire cast does not count as your mains.
Yeah.
Random, I mean random.
Is he good with all of them?
I'm at least all right with most of them. But anyways, my mains I'd actually say are either Link or Duck Hunt. I at one point I mained Zelda,
Yeah.
but my mains are Link and Duck Hunt right now. Link, I think it has to do with my my stage control playstyle.
Oh.
Well, having a lot of projectiles and things I can
Between
just
the
throw at people at
bombs and
range.
arrows and all that stuff.
And boom.
Yeah.
Oh,
bombs.
people would hate my arrows and boomerang and the occasional bomb.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, everyone. I literally push people off the stage if possible. I keep everyone at a distance, and I take full advantage of my projectiles to do so. Everything that I can litter around the stage to my advantage, I do. So,
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and oddly enough, for a little bit, I played Ganondorf heavily. But
Really?
but I think that was an oddity more than anything else.
Well, for the record, I think Ganon looks absolutely fantastic in Ultimate.
Yes, and he's gonna get to use his sword, isn't he?
Yep. That's gonna be part of his moveset.
Yeah,
Nice.
instead of
it's
being a
based on
taunt.
Ocarina of Time now.
Yeah. You know, that's definitely gonna be cool.
I like that they've got the Ocarina of Time Ganon, because I've always thought that was the most badass version of Ganon.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think the Ocarina of Time was the best one too. Like, I just thought the other one was strange because he kind of looked like he had a grandmother hairdo of some sort. I don't know. I just think he looked weird. Like,
No, I
since
mean
Brawl.
Ganon, not Ganondorf, you know?
Oh, Ganon.
Yeah, like the beast.
Yeah, Ganon and Ganondorf are not the same thing.
Although
They're close.
I mean, it's really the same character, but it's like an evolution, really. It's like going from Megatron to Galvatron.
Yeah, Dallas has a point.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna say? I thought it was a cool nod to the first NES like Zelda title. It was a cool nod that they took the color scheme from Ganon and made it to a skin that you could play as in Ganondorf. I thought that was really cool. Because that's personally one of my favorite titles, is the first Zelda.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you're boring.
How am I
I'm
boring?
joking, I'm joking.
Man, try beating that game without internet. It's not easy.
Yeah, this kid's done it.
True.
McKay's beaten the game twice without any guides, I think, with 100, like pretty much 100% of
That's
it.
true. My first attempt was like, I didn't get every item, obviously. I knew some things were missing, so I decided to go to like the 9th dungeon or whatever, and scoured the place. Sure enough, I found the red ring, and I was like, that's what I was missing. Yeah, it feels great to find stuff on your own in that game. It's very rewarding.
In Zelda in general, I feel, but that game in
Yeah.
particular, though, because
That
that
game
one,
in particular,
you
'cause
really had to earn it.
I mean, due to the limitations, yes, there's going to be crypticness to it, but but that's also what makes it great, because it's like it's very open. It feels empty, and it doesn't hold your hand. Games that don't hold your hand.
Not in the slightest.
Not the slightest. Yeah, I like figuring stuff out on my own because it's way more rewarding that way.
I feel like
Of course,
Breath of the
back
Wild did an
then would be-
amazing job with incorporating that concept of not holding your hand at all.
It gives you good reason to have bragging rights too.
Oh yeah, tons of bragging rights. Because
course,
that
back
game
then
did
they
not
had a-
hold back.
But yeah, back then they had to make the games really hard to give it replay value because they didn't have a whole lot of storage space to work with or any. anything
Yeah.
like that. So they couldn't like,
Yeah.
and also we didn't have internet and all that, so they couldn't really like do multiplayer or anything on a lot of those games.
They just
That's
needed to
true.
simply make it a good flipping game.
Yeah. No,
What's
there's
funny
compared to
is
some of the
that-
crap that's coming out these days.
Ooh,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah, no,
funny is that
there's-
Hot garbage.
I played the NES Zelda. The first time I played it was actually on a GameCube. It was on that collector's
Oh, yeah.
disc.
Yeah, I had
Tim,
that.
You had that, yeah.
I did.
You had the collector's disc. It had all those classic Zelda games, including the NES one
Oh,
with Zelda
man.
2, which is highly
Oh,
underappreciated.
that is a great game. That is one of my favorite Zelda titles.
Man, we're gonna need another podcast
Wait,
topic
you mean
on
they
this.
aren't all one of your favorite Zelda titles?
Oh, yeah, different day.
The thing with Zelda, it's like picking out stuff you like to eat. You can't just pick the same thing in 2 days in a row because that would be boring. You
It's
like
like
to
picking
change
out my
things up a
favorite
little.
chocolate. I have like 14.
Now I
Same.
can have the same thing over and over again.
14 chocolates?
I don't know. I have a lot of them. It was an exaggeration, but
I'm the kind of person who likes to shake things up a little,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to eating meals and stuff.
Mhm.
And with Zelda, it's no different. There'll be days where
Yep.
I'll just think about the first NES one, The Legend of Zelda, and then there'll be days where I just talk about nothing but Breath of the Wild because how much I love that game is
Oh,
just
Breath of the Wild's
beyond-
good.
beyond measure. How much I love
11
that
out
game.
of 10, IGN.
IGN.
7.8 out of 10, too much water.
What?
Dang, you didn't like the water, did you?
Potato
No, it's,
out of
it's
glass
a
of
reference to Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
milk. I thought it was reference to about the vodka.
That's literally IGN's review of the game was 7.8 out of 10, too much water.
And
That's a
I really
dumb
wish-
Metacritic score.
I really wish there was a remake of Emerald as well.
Oh, that'd be
Yes,
cool.
But sadly,
But,
the trend is that they only do a remake of the original too.
Yeah, I
What
know.
was strange is like they didn't remake it to like water blue or anything like that. They chose leaf green.
And
I
you know
guess-
what? It seems to me
I guess
like
water blue sounded kind of dumb, didn't it?
it seems to me
Well,
like
Fire Red and
every
Leaf
other
Green.
generation, though, like they've got a new trend for figuring out whether it's a remake or whatnot. It's like every other generation will be a remake, and the ones in between is going to be a sequel of the games that came out for that generation.
Like Let's Go Pikachu
Yeah.
and Let's Go Eevee for the Switch.
I mean, those games
Oh,
do
that-
look like they're going to be pretty enjoyable, though.
That's literally
That one,
it's
I
literally
think
a
that's more of an
reimagination
outlier.
of, but they're literally reimaginations of Pokemon Yellow verbatim in terms of story and the Pokemon that you get, except they incorporate the game mechanics from Pokemon Go into it.
Yeah, that was weird.
But when you look
Weird,
back at
yes,
it,
but I think it's a way to like revitalize the franchise in terms to like introduce Pokemon Go players and transition them into the core games. I think it's smart.
Yeah,
I play
I'll give you
Pokemon
that.
Go every day.
But I have mixed feelings with this because I myself became emotionally tied to like red and yellow versions in particular because I just love the feeling of like training up my Pokemon by like grinding and getting them stronger, as well as like breeding. I wasn't big into breeding then, but there was a time I dabbled into it and it was pretty fun. Tedious but fun.
By
That
breeding,
was
you
for
mean
the-
like using Ditto?
Well, everyone did that. Don't pretend.
Everyone
come
used
on, Ditto's
Ditto.
everyone's whore.
Ditto was absolutely disposable
Oh my gosh.
because you didn't want to crossbreed.
But what he meant was like breeding for IVs and stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's,
That's
what
what
I
I
meant. Like
It
IV
was
stats. 'cause
optimize your Pokemon.
Your Pokemon get absolutely OP if you give them the right amount of IVs.
Yeah, and don't forget egg moves and move tutor moves and all that stuff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of stuff I do when I'm playing Pokemon.
Yeah,
I like getting into the competitive stuff.
I'm afraid though, because from all the footage that I've seen of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, like here's my fears about that game. Like I am absolutely afraid that at one point in the game, the way you could only train your Pokemon, and the only way you could train him is literally just going in the wild, finding the Pokemon that you could see in the overworld, just capture them like you would in Pokemon Go, and all that does is level up literally everybody in your party, like you have an experience share or something. And that's like the only way you could train them. Those are my fears, because it's like that takes out the fun out of like and the value of like training each and individual one, as well as like putting experience share so that it helps certain ones you want. Only on one of them, that's of course. But with Pokemon Let's Go and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, they're making it look like that's the only way you can level up your Pokemon is by capturing Pokemon in the wild, and that levels everyone up in your party anyway. So it's kind of like everyone gets a trophy. Yay!
Personally, I'm not very impressed by Pokemon Let's Go. I can't help but think that the fact it's going to be so heavily involved with Pokemon Go is just going to water down the game itself.
Gotcha.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's.
I kind of like the idea that you could trade Pokemon from, let's say, your Pokemon Go account to your Switch games and all that stuff. I kind of like that.
But yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, just bring us Generation 9 already. Come on.
Please, no more gens.
They're gonna.
Oh yeah, it's confirmed, and it's going to be on the Switch. It's going to be in 2019.
Oh really? I didn't know they were doing on the Switch.
This should be that should be interesting.
Very interesting.
The 3DS hardware is already a huge limitation for the Pokemon games so far. Because with X and Y, when it came to triple battles, the frame rates were just so oppressively bad. Even on the new 3DS, which gets better hardware than the original 3DS, it's just really bad. And then you go to Sun and Moon, and they removed triple battles because it was causing problems with the frame rates.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's their fault for not knowing that it wouldn't work on the 3DS.
Yes and no. They try to keep it on a handheld platform, but at the time Sun and Moon came out, they didn't have a handheld platform yet that was better than the 3DS.
I was simultaneously excited, but at the same time burned out when Sun and Moon came out. At one point, I'm like, oh, I'd really love to play it because it's got a Alolan Pokemon, where it's just the Kanto region Pokemon, except it's kind of like evolution, where it's like variation in species.
Yeah, kind of like a Slowpoke and Slowking kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like heavily
taking a whole Darwinism approach on Pokemon.
It's heavily tied, it's like heavily tied to biology, which furthers the whole intro to zoology for children and stuff. And I absolutely love that.
Before Sun and Moon came out, I was also excited for Sun and Moon because I was like, that looks really cool. And the different variations of Pokemon, and also the change to the gym system.
Yes, you mean elimination of the gym system.
Elimination of the gym system in favor for a trial system. I thought it looked really interesting, and also the fact that it was inspired by Hawaii, one of the places I want to go someday. But
and it didn't crush your dreams.
I think a lot of us wanted to go to Hawaii at one point.
But
not me.
It came out, I got Pokemon Moon, and I grew bored of it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, it bored me.
It was like it's kind of obvious that they were missing a lot of the features in the game. And
Like,
then
my-
when you play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you see a lot of the features that they seem to have not been able to put in.
Yeah, I haven't bothered getting Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Just
Yeah.
I mean,
Picked up Ultra Moon recently.
That's why I said, like, I was excited, because I just like the new concepts they're taking with the Kanto Pokemon. However, I was burnt out, because I was at that point where I was like, I'm done with Pokemon, you know? Like, it just didn't look like a game that I would see myself playing, because first off, I don't own a 3DS, and I don't plan on buying one. And secondly, like, I'm at that point where it's, shoot, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yes, stuff I've seen from the game, it felt like it was too hand-holdy, and if that's what's gonna happen when I...
It is.
It gets worse in Ultra.
Oh my
'Cause
gosh.
Because I just saw footage of this game and it looked way too hand-holdy for me. And if that's... we've explained this earlier with Zelda, right? And we already know how I feel about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
If that's the game it was gonna be, then it's not worth going through the trouble buying a 3DS at this point. I said to myself.
Yeah, no, if you're gonna buy a 3DS, you don't buy it for Sun or Moon.
Nope.
Just because it's the features it had, or it was advertising, had potential. It really did, but execution was where it failed.
You know what else
that's
bothers
really
me?
that's really sad though, because I had high hopes for it as well.
You know what else bothers me though is they've got this constant trend of introducing something in one game, like some new feature or mechanic or something, and then the next game either just barely including it, like Mega Evolution from X and Y. When you go to Sun and Moon, you could only get like a portion of the Mega Stones, and the others you got from events. It's like it wasn't even really a focus in the game anymore, and they didn't introduce any more new Mega Evolutions. Or they completely remove it, like the Underground and Diamond and Pearl.
The Underground was cool.
And then they remove that entirely when it comes to the next generation, Black and White. It's like, guys, could you please just like take some of your good features and not kill them?
Yes.
Very much.
I heard they're bringing back Mega Evolutions and Go Pikachu and Eevee.
And that was actually one of the features I didn't like when it was introduced.
Mega Evolutions.
Mega Evolution. It broke one of the foundational rules that that Pokemon had. Every Pokemon line had up to 3 generations of evolution.
I agree.
And that broke it. And it felt not only that, but it was also a power boost. And so the Pokemon that had Mega Evolutions suddenly had a power boost. Were distinctly better than other Pokemon, and
it made the game unbalanced. It felt like
it hurt.
I gotta be honest, I disagree with you on that.
I
thought it breathed new life into some of the Pokemon. Like, for example, nobody would ever use Mawile, or nobody would ever use Kangaskhan competitively, really, because they
love Mawile.
trash.
Mawile's a cute boy. I love him.
And I can't disagree with you on that.
Yeah,
there are some Pokemon that did help. It's as a concept, I disliked it.
My problem with it, though, is that they also gave Mega Evolution to Pokemon that were already quite powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Garchomp and
Salamence. I was about to say Salamence.
And then Blaziken, I don't really look at Smogon much, but sometimes it just gives you an idea of how powerful a Pokemon is.
They gave one to
Blaziken.
Swampert. They gave one to Swampert, too.
Yeah, but you
No,
look
I
at
remember.
Blaziken. Blaziken was already banned to Ubers at Smogon.
Yeah.
And then
what?
they give Blaziken a Mega Evolution, and it made regular Blaziken look weak.
Yeah,
Blaziken
Meta
was already
Knight all
so
over
strong.
again.
Broken it is.
so yeah, I disliked it as a concept.
Yeah.
Not focusing on any of the particular Pokemon that affected. As a concept, I disliked it. I also don't like. Oh. I also have mixed feelings about like the primal evolutions for Groudon, Kyogre, and did Rayquaza? I don't think Rayquaza got. Did Rayquaza get a primal
Oh,
evolution?
yes, Rayquaza did. And
Oh
it
yeah,
became-
that's right.
Oh, Rayquaza definitely
became
had
the
one.
single most broken Pokemon
Yeah,
the whole game series.
I thought
'Cause-
Lugia was at first because he's very tanky and difficult to take down.
But yeah, you look at Mega Rayquaza. Again, looking at Smogon. Mega Rayquaza is so powerful, they had to make a whole new tier to ban Mega Rayquaza to.
Oh goodness.
And Mega Rayquaza is still the only Pokemon still in that tier.
Oh my gosh.
That's
That is
hilarious.
how broken he is.
That's hilarious. I was not aware of that.
yeah. I did not like the primal evolutions either, and
I found them interesting, but maybe a little annoying,
thing is,
best I could say.
Groudon, Kyogre,
like-
and Rayquaza are already powerful Pokemon. And what's more, they are legendaries. Legendaries don't, for the most part, don't have evolution.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm struggling to think of one that does, aside from the primal evolutions, for Groudon, Rayquaza, and Kyogre.
I can't.
So, yeah.
Oh man.
So that was another thing that had been consistent throughout the games, was that legendaries don't have evolutions. They
Yeah,
also
that
don't
made
breed.
that made him
With
unique
exception.
for sure.
Well, and then they actually introduced evolving legendaries in Sun and Moon too.
That's
Yes.
it.
And yes.
That's where I drew the line.
I think things I didn't even get that far into Pokemon Moon. I didn't get far enough to experience evolving into a Mega.
It's
Not
actually,
Mega, or
it's
evolving
actually
into a
after
Legendary.
you catch the legendary, and then you can go to an area to get Cosmog, which was basically Nebby before evolution,
Yeah.
and then you can evolve that, and then the top one you choose either Solgaleo or Lunala.
Never get in the bag.
Mhm.
Get in the bag, Debbie.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a meme for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's even a subreddit because of it.
Wow. Man. What's strange is also when Alakazam had his own Mega Evolution. Because like
Oh, all the
in the
spoons.
past game, he's well known for like having the best base stats for special attack as well as speed. So
Mhm.
he's very fast and very good with his special attacks, like incredibly fast. So like imagine him on steroids, not a good time.
Yeah.
So, you guys want to know a good example of something annoying in Sun and Moon? Is the freaking Rotom Dex. Like, Sun and Moon, it's already...
Oh, is that when Rotom becomes like a Pokedex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Your Pokédex is a Rotom.
I kind
my
of thought that
gosh.
was cute.
It was cute, but still.
But yeah,
It-
in Sun and Moon,
Yeah.
Rotom has a little quip every now and then. It's fine. And then you go to Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Here, I'm just walking through a door, and let's see. Oh, nothing there. Go back inside. Nothing. Okay, going into my menu and exiting. Listen up, Runegrave. Here's where I give you advice you didn't ask for. It's like, he just won't shut up!
Hey,
like every time
look,
you exit a menu,
listen,
or every time you finish
hey,
a battle, or every time you run
look,
away from Pokemon.
listen.
Listen up, here's where I give you advice you don't
Oh.
want. It's like, oh
Hey!
my
Oh,
gosh,
he became
no,
Navi.
not
He
again.
became Navi.
Yes.
Ro-
Yes.
No.
So Rotom has Navi syndrome.
Yeah, and he tells you basic stuff all the time. Even it's like, dude, I'm the mother effing champion. Quit telling me how having the same type gives you an advantage with your moves.
It's like games we grew up to love and cherish became baby games.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Frustrating. Freaking Rotom decks. I swear.
Thank
I
you.
was
I
shaking.
know how to press the A button. Imagine like the
Oh, yeah.
longest page turn in history, but it's a
You know
video
what?
game.
You know what though? Games in general have just been holding our hands more lately. It's kind of annoying.
It's cause
Yeah,
it's cause the AAA industries think we're stupid. And we can't figure stuff out on our own.
I know.
Which is why I love games like Cave Story and
Oh
Mega
my
Man
gosh,
X.
yes.
Like Mega Man X, even though
Oh,
they're
yeah.
they're way different in their own right, but like they start you out with nothing basically.
Yeah, no, games they need to direct you along the path, along the story, without holding your hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
it should be something like, okay, here's just a quick tutorial so you get familiar
Yeah.
with the buttons, and we're
Go
not
have
gonna
fun.
keep bugging you about
Yeah.
it later.
And instead of instead of saying, "Hey, you should go this way or to this place next,"
Oh my
instead
gosh.
make it so that you are incentivized to go along the direction that they intend, through psychological trickery or through rewards. I mean, have you guys played Dark Souls?
No.
Oh,
No.
frick, yes.
That game
I never
actually.
played it.
Okay, well, it's hard. You die a lot, but it actually directs you through the game. It doesn't tell you where to go, but in little things that you go, huh? I wonder what's over there.
I feel like Chrono
And
Trigger
that's
did that
where-
a lot too. They did a really good job in
A
that
treasure
Yeah,
respect.
chest.
like for
A
example,
treasure
maybe
chest that eats you alive.
But yeah, like for example, maybe there's a key that opens a pathway or something
Yeah.
to the next area you need to go to, like that, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, no. I remember the first time I played Dark Souls with one of my friends watching. Unfortunately, this friend is no longer a friend. They disappeared from my life. But beside the point, they had apparently they had heard people saying that Dark Souls doesn't direct you through the game at all, and leaves you basically completely without direction. But he was watching me play, and there was a point where there was like three different paths I could have gone along, and instinctively, because just due to lighting, instinctively I went one particular direction, not making a conscious choice about it, just instinctively, and that was the direction you're supposed to go. And
Was this in the first game? I'm guessing.
I think this is the first game.
Okay.
Where
what was it about?
you remember? I think it's just after the Raven takes you away from the starting area.
Oh, so like right
So-
at the beginning there.
Yeah, so yeah, right at the beginning there, and you land in that area with that one person.
Yeah, with the Crestfallen Knight, I think he's.
Yeah, the
called.
Crestfallen Knight. Yeah, but going from there, there's like 3 different directions you could go,
Yeah.
and instinctively, I took one particular direction due to lighting, and he made note of that because he was really into game design.
Now,
And,
I know exactly which point you're talking about, and I've got to argue against that because I went towards the graveyard. I got epically raped by the
geez.
skeletons because I was still getting used to the game.
Wow.
I was sitting there like, oh, skeletons, this shouldn't be hard at all. And I'm
What
like,
would be-
oh, frick, no.
Yeah, what would be great
so
is-
yeah, it doesn't work all the time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's the point of those kind of forks, those kind of decision-making points, is so that you can have those experiences.
Yes,
So it's more open in the game.
It allows you to make a different choice and suffer the consequences of it.
Like my
Um,
case.
But it helps feel open, even though there's that subtle directions pushing you in the right way. It can be ignored, and you can go off the beaten path.
It's
And
like
it
games like
feels
Undertale,
good.
for example, where it's just a completely open game, and the choices you make affect everything.
Mhm.
Undertale was fairly linear.
Oh, Undertale is incredibly linear.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
There-
choice matters. That is one thing that they did do, but it's still a linear game. It's not an open game.
The biggest choices. This is appropriate because Undertale came out for the Switch recently.
Yes.
So, be a good time to talk a little bit about Undertale. Like, yes, you do have the choice to like either spare or kill your enemies and all that stuff.
But that's the big choice you have, and it's one choice.
But then there's
And
like
once
so
you-
much. There's so much like dumb Easter eggs in there. Like a lot of them's not even. they're not even stuff that's widely known to people. It's just little in jokes that the creator likes to put in there just for kicks and giggles and all that stuff. But when players interact with it, there was a time where it's like everyone's like, "Will this affect the way the game's like it ends?" So everyone kept
Yeah.
touching every nook and cranny, like leaving the phone number out from the fishing pole or just little stuff like that. They would just, they would change the environment around them, thinking they would cause like a butterfly effect to the ending, which is why there was so much YouTube videos out where it's like every
Kinda
little.
Kind of like Mass Effect in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
when-
thought this was like the indie version of Mass Effect, pretty much, when it really wasn't that.
Ultimately, there were
Yeah.
like two endings.
Actually,
Three.
there are sort of three.
Yeah, no, you're right. There's three:
Two
the
good
neutral
ones.
ending, the genocide ending, and the pacifist ending.
But even the neutral ending could end differently too each time you play.
Just in that what
just tells
monsters
you-
are alive or not.
Yeah, either depending on which monster you spared and all that stuff, different stuff happens to them.
It does change a little bit, but it's not particularly noteworthy.
Hey, question.
That's
Does
the
it give you
thing.
explosions
The only
in
noteworthy
different
thing-
colors?
Huh?
Does it give you explosions in different colors?
What are you talking about? What explosion?
That's Mass Effect's ending, basically, because, like,
Oh,
with all the choice it had at the end, you really just picked which color you wanted your explosion to be.
yeah. Well, I don't know because I never played Mass Effect.
I recommend you do. It's pretty good.
I don't know. That
I
game
feel
kind of
it's a
looks
good
like it
game.
was. That game kind of looks like it was made by college students.
You're talking about Andromeda, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Andromeda.
No, the first three, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
Those ones are the ones.
Wasn't everyone
likes.
disappointed with the ending, and because of that outrage, the company actually
That-
changed it?
That's what I'm referencing, and even their change wasn't really a huge change, honestly. But yeah, I recommend you play the first 3 Mass Effect games.
What platforms are they for? Like,
I think they've got remasters for PlayStation and Xbox, but I could be wrong. And I know it's on PC because Yeah, let me take a look. Is it weird that when I'm like want to be sure if there's like a remaster of a game, I just go straight to GameStop?
That's kind of strange. It's like your what would you call it? It's like someone with Stockholm syndrome.
Hmm.
Who keeps going back to GameStop because it already screwed you up multiple times.
Let's see. Problem is, I keep finding all this stupid apparel crap. I'm like, oh no, that's not helping.
Yeah, which they branched off to for
Okay,
a long time.
I'm going to just search plain Mass Effect, look up pre-owned games. Okay, so they've got Mass Effect Trilogy for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
No PlayStation 4, sorry.
Whatever. I don't own it.
But yeah, it's pretty good.
Well,
I own 360. However, I don't really have any worthy games on there because it's not actually mine. It's just in my family's home.
No.
There's nothing but like Just Dance games. There's Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, and then there's like Halo 4, I think, which I didn't really like that much.
I
Hey,
never really
speaking of
cared for
games-
any of the Halo games, to be honest.
I got burned out by Halo after the third one.
I loved Halo.
I never owned a Halo game. Whenever I played it, it'd be with other people at their places.
I love
I'm sad
Destiny,
what Halo
however.
became with Halo 5.
So, yeah. With Undertale, it was very charming. However, I kind of felt cheated by it because it's like people hyped it up. It was going to have a lot of butterfly effect to the game, but it was never the case. And I wasted so much time for it because of that. I did play the Genocide run. It was very tedious, and it actually, I hated every minute of it.
So, quick thing. Any upcoming games you guys are excited for? Aside from
Yes.
Smash, obviously.
Aside from Smash, there's
So that leaves you with nothing, right, PM?
There's the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest.
Ooh,
Oh, there
yes.
is?
Oh yeah, that one's coming.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That
okay.
I'm looking forward to.
I do love me my indie titles.
Ori and the Blind Forest was amazing. It was a masterpiece.
Absolutely
And
brilliant.
so I am holding high expectations and high hopes for Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Same.
Aside
Yeah.
from Smash Ultimate, I have a tough time thinking this up, to be honest. For
I'll
me,
go ahead.
for me, they are games that are out already, but I haven't gotten a chance to buy them yet. Top on the list is Owlboy for sure.
Oh my gosh, I've beaten
heard
that
good
game,
things about
and I
that.
can vouch that it is amazing. It's
That, and I was actually debating on whether or not to get Shantae Half Genie Hero, the Ultimate Pack, because it looks like they added more to it than the original version, and it looks very fun.
But yeah, going back to Owlboy, in my list of favorite games, it is right under Cave Story.
Okay.
That's a huge claim. I mean, I looked on Owlboy and how it looked, and it looked absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
It's like it looked like the kind of game that the SNES, if it had the processing power or whatever, like modern consoles, it looks like something like the SNES would process with its color palette library, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
its processing speed looks like something out of the Sega Genesis.
Oh
and then
yeah,
you just get the best of both worlds, basically.
yeah. Amazing game though. 10 out of, well, maybe like 9 out of 10.
Yeah. I feel like it's a good place to wrap it. Oh wait, who didn't say their the one game they were waiting for.
It's not
same.
huge, but I'm kind of
There's a
excited
few
for a
I'm
new
looking
Animal
forward to.
Crossing.
I'm looking forward to Forza Horizon 4. That's going to be out here in a few days, actually.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and there's also Red Dead Redemption coming out in October as well.
Oh, Red Dead was very fun.
Yeah, that's going to be...
I'm kind of a sucker for Western stuff.
What I'm worried about, though, is if they'll turn it into basically GTA Online 2, because they're
Oh,
just
brother.
milking the crap out of that.
I hope they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they do, that's going to be a sad day.
Yeah,
Another thing that's going to be coming out, a new Luigi's Mansion game.
Oh, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Ooh.
Actually, I like to change my
Really?
answer to that one. Because I really enjoyed the first one when it came
The
out.
first one was amazing. I didn't get
Really
to play Dark Moon though.
Because I am a Luigi fanboy, like, up top. Even more than Waluigi. I love Luigi
Yeah.
way more than even
Luigi
Mario.
is really cool.
Like him more than
Also-
Mario.
Also, another game that looks interesting to me coming soon that I think we should probably try playing together is Fallout 76.
Fallout 76.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
Like a thing we could do.
Yeah, it's basically a multiplayer Fallout survival game.
That looks
Huh.
fun.
Could be interesting.
For a second, I thought you were saying they made 76 Fallouts.
Now, the reason it's called Fallout 76 is because the vault in the game is Vault 76.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the few vaults in the Fallout series that's not a
Laptop?
social experiment.
Yeah, that's why they call it 76.
Yeah, but yeah, that's gonna be
Hey, at least the
interesting.
I heard there was like mixed feelings amongst the Fallout community. I mean, I personally don't care. I think it looks great, but I felt like there was mixed feelings. Like it was a mixed bag. Like either they loved it or hated it.
I got a feeling that some were looking forward to an RPG experience, but this doesn't really seem RPG-ish, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
When someone says RPG, there's a couple different images that people get.
Mm-hmm.
There's the JRPG, turn-based combat
Mm-hmm.
type of
Like
thing.
Final Fantasy.
And then
And then there's the ARPGs.
stuff- Yeah, and then yeah.
Because
And then there's
ARPGs,
real-time.
yeah, there's good examples like Diablo, as well as quite a few others, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But another one that sticks out to me is Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
speaking of which, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh,
Has
When
anyone-
is that one coming out? Because I don't think we've gotten a release date on that either.
2050.
It's because it's been delayed many times. Probably,
So many times.
arguably more than Breath of the Wild.
When did Kingdom Hearts 2 come out? Because I think it's been like 10 years.
Like a decade, yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Dude,
It was
it's
totally a
been,
decade.
it's been almost 13 years since that came out.
They spent so much time putting in their like 1/2, the 2/2, 2.2222225. I don't even know what they're doing.
0.8.
They're like ludic. Oh, no, it was like 2.8. And
It
some
feels like they've been trying
was-
to pad
it was-
their way till they can
it
get
was-
a free.
It was kind of like an anime where it was like completely ludicrous the way they were padding out the series.
Oh, yeah. And it's also
Anyways,
the fact they're going to incorporate that stuff into the story is just going to make it confusing for anybody that hasn't followed all this.
However, there was one I liked, and it was called Chain of Memories. It was originally for the GBA, and I originally wanted it for the GBA because I owned one at the time, but I never got it, sadly. But I did play it on the PS2 when that came out, and let me say, it's a totally different game mechanic where it involves collecting cards. It sounds silly, but it's actually a lot more cooler
Yeah.
than I describe
I think
it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you use a card system instead of the the ARPG stuff that people typically like, but
kind of weirdish in a way.
It's interesting though. I will say that. I don't remember a lot, but it was interesting, and I remember having a good time on it.
Yeah. Another one that I'm looking forward to is Darksiders 3.
Never heard of it.
You guys played Darksiders before?
I can't say I have.
Basically, it's a lot like Legend of Zelda, but with a fast-paced combat.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
So it's got that platforming, temple exploring kind of stuff to it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Tim, are there any games that you can think of that are coming out that you're looking forward to other than Smash?
It's not huge, but I'm kind of looking forward to the new Animal Crossing that they announced.
We said not Smash. Oh, wait.
They did announce a new Animal Crossing.
What's funny about that direct is I genuinely thought they were announcing a new Animal Crossing game because it was a Nintendo Direct and all that stuff, but then like the mailman came in and I'm like, oh no, is he gonna be a character in Smash?
But yeah,
and then
Animal Crossing after that, and I thought that was so funny that they played me twice.
Yeah, and I don't think they gave a release date. Did they?
No, they didn't. They said it would come out 2019, so it's not. So,
sometime next
year.
Around
the corner. Yeah, it'll be right around the corner sometime next year.
So are we guessing it'll be spring of 2019, or do you think it'll be summer, fall, or do you think it'll be pushed back to winter of 2019? I don't think it'll be that long personally. I think it'll either come out in spring or summer of 2019. But what are your thoughts?
Speaking of which, this reminds me that everyone forgot about Metroid Prime 4, from what I've noticed.
Oh, yes.
Yes. There is all we've seen about that. Wasn't it just a logo? Isn't that like all we've seen about Metroid Prime 4?
That is all we've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, the suspense.
So we have no gameplay.
But we have no idea when it's coming out.
Yeah. So it is still probably very early in development.
It's cool though, because
it's
cool though. I enjoyed the Metroid Prime series. My favorite one was the second one for GameCube, Metroid Prime Echoes. That was probably the best one.
But yeah, I think they gave us that logo just mostly to shut up people who were asking for another Metroid Prime. Basically, saying we have one planned, but we're not building it yet.
Well, there's another game that basically, with all the trailers and stuff, if you don't know what the frick's going on, that's Death Stranding.
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's by the same guy that did the Metal Gear Solid series, and
Hideo Kojima?
Just watch the trailers. Yeah, Hideo Kojima. Just watch the trailers and you're going to be sitting there like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Because it's like you're trying to understand it, but you just can't wrap your freaking mind around it. It's just so... I don't know.
Well, he's trying to do justice.
I'll have to see those trailers.
He's trying to do justice for what Konami did wrong for the Metal Gear Solid franchise.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But Hideo Kojima's a bit of a good storyteller, so. Oh
yes.
I guess we're gonna just strap in for the ride, you know.
He made Metal Gear Solid very good.
It was. Didn't he get fired from? It was said just a moment ago. Why did names do this to me?
Hideo Kojima?
Yeah, Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, didn't he get fired?
Multiple times.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, basically he was forced out by Konami, and then Konami tried to claim credit for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Konami didn't do right by him, from what I understand.
No. They pretty much pissed him off.
Yeah.
And that's where we're getting Death Stranding.
Because
But,
Metal Gear
That's
Solid
right,
is his
that's
baby,
right.
basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In fact, on the covers of the Metal Gear Solid games, except Metal Gear Solid 5, it says Hideo Kojima's name on it. Guess what? Not Metal Gear Solid 5. Although every time you start a mission, or when you start missions, it's like a Hideo Kojima production or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very despicable to say the least.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, we are approaching the 2-hour mark.
So yeah,
So
we're pretty much out of
probably are.
time.
We're
actually.
going to conclude. So,
Nice.
if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much.
And screw
Yep.
you too.
Don't forget to comment and subscribe down
Like,
below.
share, and subscribe.
And smash that bell for notifications.
Smash it.
Smash it good.
Smash Bros over it. Wait, no, that's not right.
Like you would on Smash.
And the Metapod.
Use Harden.
Oh, Metapod
Okay,
fights
you
were
get the
terrible.
string